هذا التسجيل هو عمل تطوعي مقدم من مبادرة بصيرة للأشخاص المكفوفين وضعاف البصر بالتعاون مع المجلس الأعلى لحقوق الأشخاص ذوي الإعاقة. Action Pack 8 8th Grade Activity Book Module 3 What's a hero? First section Vocabulary Exercise 1 Read the following situations, then match the qualities with each character. The qualities are dedicated and inquisitive, brave and clever, honest and moral. Situation 1 Fawzi was walking in the playground at break time when he saw a girl removing a paper from her bag. The girl dropped some money on the floor while trying to get the paper out. Fawzi called her, but the girl couldn't hear him. So he picked up the money, followed the girl, and gave it back to her. Would you match that with dedicated and inquisitive, brave and clever, or honest and moral? The correct answer here would be honest and moral. Fawzi was honest and moral because he followed the girl with the money. Situation 2 Lema is a teacher. She works hard and loves her job. Lema wants her students to become successful, so she always comes ready to class. She's interested in the latest teaching methods and always does research on them. Do you match Lema's story with dedicated and inquisitive, or brave and clever? Situation 3 Most children would not know what to do in an emergency. However, when Tariq's mother fell down one day, he quickly called her doctor for help. The doctor took Tariq's mother to the hospital and thanked Tariq for being so smart and courageous in this difficult situation. Would you match Tariq's story with dedicated and inquisitive, or brave and clever? Grammar. The past continuous. Exercise 2. Circle the correct form of the verbs. Ali and Omar blank along the river one day when they heard a strange sound. Would you fill in the blank with were walking or was walking? The correct answer here would be were walking. Ali and Omar were walking along the river one day when they heard a strange sound. Look at that little cat, said Omar. A boy blank after a cat in order to catch it and throw it into the water. Would you fill in the blank with was running or were running? The cat blank to run as fast as it could, but was too weak because it had a broken leg. Would you fill in the blank with were trying or was trying? No, please don't hurt the cat, said Ali. He was sad because the boy blank the little cat instead of helping it. Do you fill in the blank with was chased or was chasing? When the boy saw how much Ali and Umar were upset, he realized that he blank something wrong. Would you fill in the blank with was doing or wasn't doing? He felt so sorry for what he did and helped Ali and Umar to take care of the little cat. The past continuous and the past simple. Exercise 3. Complete the text with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. When Ali and Umar blank home, they blank their mother. She was waiting for them. For the first blank, the verb arrive is in brackets. So put arrive in the correct form. When Ali and Umar blank home. So you put the verb arrive in the correct form in this blank. The correct answer here would be when Ali and Umar arrived home. They blank their mother. The verb in brackets for the second blank is see. Put see in the correct form. She was waiting for them. What blank all this time? In brackets, the words you and do. Put you and do in the correct form to fill in the blank. I blank very worried. The verb in brackets is be. We saved a little cat, said Umar. A boy was chasing it even though it was hurt and very weak. He finally blank that he shouldn't hurt animals. The verb in brackets is realize. So we all took care of the little cat, then we blank home. The verb in brackets is come. I am so proud of you, said the mother. Choose the correct answer. It was raining while we blank old people who have no one to take care of them. Would you fill in the blank with A, were visiting, B, visited, or C, was visiting? The correct answer here would be A, were visiting. It was raining while we were visiting old people who have no one to take care of them. Number 2. Were you driving by the river when you blank the blue car? Do you fill in the blank with A, were seeing, B, saw, or C, were seen? Number 3. I blank the dishes when the phone rang? Do you fill in the blank with A, washed, B, was washing, or C, was washed? Something blank out of his bag when he was riding his bicycle. Do you fill in the blank with A, was falling, B, were falling, or C, fell? Second section, grammar. The past continuous. Look at the picture of a city center at the weekend. What was happening? What was everyone doing? Write 4 sentences. Use the words in the box. هلأ الصورة اللي قدامي صورة مدينة، وفي أول محل مكتبة عامة. في المكتبة في رجال وست قاعدين عم بيقرأوا كتب. في محل جنبه في بنك، وفي قدام البنك ولد وبنت عم بيمشوا شارين أغراض من البقالة. في صورة مكتب بريدي، وفي مدرسة. على الشارع في ولد راكب دراجة، وفي سيارتين ماشيين وراهم باص. هلأ الكلمات الموجودة اللي ممكن تستخدموها هي sun, shine, brother and sister, carry bags, boy, ride a bike, husband and wife, read books in a library. فهلأ أنا شرحت لكم الصورة، بدكم تكونوا 4 جمل وتستخدموا الكلمات اللي حكيتها قبل. فمثلا The sun was shining، عشان حطيناها بالpast continuous. هلأ اكتبوا كمان 3 جمل واستخدموا الكلمات اللي حكيناها قبل. The past continuous and the past simple. Exercise 2. Complete this article with the verbs in the box. Then listen and check your answers. The words are stepped, was playing, went, saved, was setting, didn't see. Now the article. A child blank a man's life on Monday. So would you fill in the blank with stepped, was playing, went, saved, was setting, or didn't see? The correct answer here is saved. A child saved a man's life on Monday. Sammy blank in the garden behind his house after school when he heard a strange noise. Would you fill in the blank with stepped, was playing, went, was setting, or didn't see? He looked around and listened carefully, but he blank anything. Would you fill in the blank with stepped, was playing, went, was setting, or didn't see? The noise was coming from the trees nearby. He blank closer and saw a man lying on the ground. Do you fill in the blank with stepped, was playing, went, was setting, or didn't see. Sammy ran to the house and told his parents, who called an ambulance. The man, who was a hunter, blank a trap to catch rabbits when he blank on the trap by mistake and hurt his foot. Do you fill in the blanks with stepped, was playing, went, was setting, didn't see? The man thanked Sammy for saving his life and promised to stop hunting animals. Exercise 3. Use these notes to write a story. Fadi and his friends, Tariq and Hisham. Order. Juice from the cafe at the train station when they hear the train leaving. So if I try to put the words or sentences together, this is what I can come up with. لما أحط الجمل والكلمات بجملة مفيدة، هاي الجملة اللي ممكن أكتبها عشان أبدأ القصة. Fadi and his friends, Tariq and Hisham, were ordering juice from the cafe at the train station when they heard the train leaving. Now do the same for the rest of the exercise. The next train is in 1 hour. Say, the station master. Put these sentences and words in the correct form to continue with your story. They go back into the cafe. Tariq and Hisham have some coffee when they hear a whistle. They rush out and see that the train go away. Next one is 60 minutes from now. Say, the station master. An hour later, Fadi and his friends race out onto the platform, and Tariq and Hisham jump onto the train. Fadi stand on the platform and begin to laugh. His friends only come to see him off. So the correct answer or the correct story would be Fadi and his friends, Tariq and Hisham, were ordering juice from the cafe at the train station when they heard the train leave. The next train is in 1 hour, said the station master. They went back into the cafe. Tariq and Hisham had some coffee when they heard a whistle. They rushed out and saw that the train went away. Next one is 60 minutes from now, said the station master. An hour later, Fadi and his friends raced out onto the platform, and Tariq and Hisham jumped onto the train. Fadi stood on the platform and began to laugh. His friends only came to see him off. Vocabulary Corner. Exercise 4. Read the clue 1 to 6 and write the words in the puzzle. You are given the first letter. Clue number 1. A damage to part of your body caused by an accident. This word has 5 letters. The first letter is W. The right answer here would be wound. Wound has 5 letters and starts with the letter W. Clue number 2. To hurt yourself or someone else. This word has 6 letters and the first letter is I. Number 3. Someone who works very hard at what they do because they care a lot about it. This word is made out of 9 letters, and the first letter is D. Clue number 4. Someone who tells lies. This word is made out of 9 letters, and the first letter is D. Clue number 5. Relating to the imagination or original ideas. This word has 8 letters, and the first letter is C. Clue number 6. Facing danger, pain, or difficult situations with courage or confidence. This word has 5 letters, and the first letter is B. Exercise 5. Now I'm going to give you the word, and you have to write a clue for it. The word is inquisitive. Write a clue for the word inquisitive. Third section, communication. Talking about acts of bravery. Imagine you are a journalist and want to write a story about a child who became a hero. هلا بدك تتخيل انك صحفي وبدك تكتب قصة عن طفل اللي صار بطل. ممكن العنوان يكون أو بداية العنوان Brave Child Saves وكملوا العنوان. Exercise 1. Here are 3 possibilities for stories. هاي 3 اقتراحات للمقال. A. There was a fire in a house in the village. A child was riding his bicycle near the house when he heard a baby crying. The child, and continue with your article. Or B. A young child was on the beach with his father when he heard someone asking for help. The young child, and continue your article. Your last choice is A child saw a robber go into his grandfather's grocery shop and he decided to, and continue with the article. In groups, give names to the heroes and write their descriptions. Answer these questions to help you. A. How old are the heroes? In what way are they similar or different? What are their qualities? What were they doing when they found out what was happening? هلا لما تجاوبوا هاي الأسئلة ممكن تساعدكم بكتابة المقال. هاي الأسئلة عن الأبطال، عن أعمارهم، عن شخصيتهم، عن إيش كانوا عم بيعملوا وقت ما صارت المشكلة. B. How did each of the heroes react? Do you agree with what they did? Did they all do the same thing? What did each of them do? C. What happened in the end? Exercise 2. Choose one of the heroes, then make the first page of a newspaper telling the story you choose. Illustrate it and be ready to tell the class about it the next lesson. لما تنقوا البطل اكتبوا المقال، بعدين ممكن تحكي لأصدقائكم بالصف المقال اللي كتبته. Fourth section. Focus on writing. Punctuation. Exercise 1. Rewrite this paragraph in your notebook using full stops and capital letters. هقرأ لكم فقرة ولازم تعرفوا وين نهاية الجملة عشان تحطوا النقطة وتبدوا الجملة اللي بعديها بالكابيتال letter، هو لما يكون الحرف كبير. One of the most impressive prizes that a Jordanian could get is the Ahl al-Himma Award by people in Jordan do charity work to help those in need. These people want to build a better community. They are heroes of different ages and from different backgrounds. They volunteer every day to make Jordan an even better place to live in. The Ahl al-Himma Award is given to these heroes for their efforts. It encourages volunteers to keep up the good work and inspires more people to get involved. Spelling. Exercise 2. Write the correct letters to complete the words. Rufayda al-Islamiyya was a blank hero who was famous for treating blank in battles. The first word is made out of 13 letters. Letter 1 is C. Letter 4 is P. Letter 8 is I. Letter 11 is A. And letter 12 is T. The correct word here to fill in Rufayda al-Islamiyya was a blank hero would be compassionate. Rufayda al-Islamiyya was a compassionate hero who was famous for treating blank in battles. This blank has a word made out of 8 letters. Letter 1 is S. Letter number 3 is L. Number 6 is E. And number 8 is S. So which word would be correct to fill in this blank? She was the first female Muslim nurse and very blank. This word is made out of 9 letters. Letter 1 is D. Letter 4 is I. Letter 7 is T. And letter 9 is D. She blank and trained female nurses to treat blank and to be blank as well. So the first blank is she blank and trained. This word is made out of 10 letters. Letter 1 is E. Letter 4 is O. Letter 7 is A. And letter 10 is D. The second or the next blank, I'll reread the sentence. Trained female nurses to treat blank. This blank is made out of 6 letters. First letter is W. Fourth letter is N. And sixth letter is S. Now repeating the sentence. She blank and trained female nurses to treat blank and to be blank as well. This final blank is made out of 6 letters. First letter is C. Fourth letter is I. And the sixth letter is G. Now I'm going to read the whole thing with the correct answers. Rufayda al-Aslamiyya was a compassionate hero who was famous for treating soldiers in battles. She was the first female Muslim nurse and was very dedicated. She encouraged and trained female nurses to treat wounds and to be caring as well. Linking words in stories. Revision. Exercise 3. Read the story and circle the correct linking words. فالlinking words هي كلمات الوصل. Once upon a time, there was a rich man. He loved clothes. Blank spent lots of money to buy them. Would the linking word here be and or but? The correct answer would be and. Once upon a time, there was a rich man. He loved clothes and spent lots of money to buy them. Blank. 2 men told him that they had a special cloth that only intelligent men could see. Would the linking word here be suddenly or one day? Blank, he heard that. The rich man said, I'll pay you 10,000 pieces of gold for a suit of this cloth. Would you fill in the blank with as soon as or before? Some days later, the rich man went to see the suit. Blank, he looked and saw nothing. Do you fill in the blank with but or then? Oh dear, he thought. I cannot say that I cannot see the suit. The rich man tried on his new suit and walked around his castle. Everyone said, his new suit is wonderful. Blank, a brave child, cried out. Would you fill in the blank with suddenly or usually. Blank, he has no clothes on. Would you fill in the blank with but or although? Hush, child, only intelligent people can see my suit, replied the rich man. I can't see it either, a servant admitted hesitantly. One after the other, everyone else admitted they couldn't see it either. Blank, the rich man could see that the child was right. Do you fill in the blank with finally or however? Guided writing. Exercise 4. Use the linking words in the box to complete the paragraphs. Then rewrite the story in your notebook, putting the paragraphs in order. The linking words are then, one day, finally, and firstly. فبتستعملوا كلمات الوصل هاي عشان تكملوا الفقرات الموجودة. وبعد ما ينحطوا هاي الكلمات، الفقرات لازم ينحطوا بالترتيب الصحيح. الفقرة الأولى. Blank said the first, we have to give him his suit and make him wear it. We have to make sure that we are miles away when he does. Would you fill in the blank with then, one day, or finally, or firstly? The correct linking word here would be finally. Finally, said the first, we have to give him his suit and make him wear it. We have to make sure that we are miles away when he does. The second paragraph. Blank, the other said, we must say that nobody can see us work. Would you fill in the blank with then, one day, finally, or firstly? The third paragraph. There was a rich man who loved clothes and spent lots of money on them. Blank, two thieves decided to trick him. They planned their trick carefully. Would you fill in the blank with then, one day, finally, or firstly? The fourth paragraph. Blank, one of the thieves said, we must convince him that we can make beautiful clothes that only intelligent people can see. Would you fill in the blank with then, one day, finally, or firstly? Now, after you've put in the linking words, make sure you put the paragraphs in the correct order. Exercise 5. Now, after you've read the story, what do you think the rich man's mistake was? In a few lines, write the moral of the story. فاكتبوا إيش فكركم غلطة الرجل الغني، واكتبوا إيش اللي تتعلموه من القصة هاي. What I have learned. Exercise 1. Complete the paragraph with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. One afternoon, I blank, the verb in brackets is walk. I blank home from school when I blank, the verb in brackets is here, the horn of a car and a scream. I blank, the verb in brackets is run, to the corner, and I blank, the verb in brackets is see, that a man blank, the verb in brackets is lie, on the ground next to a blue car. The car driver blank, the verb in brackets is stand, next to him, while he blank, the verb in brackets is phone, for an ambulance. The police blank, the verb in brackets is arrive. The ambulance blank, the verb in brackets is get, there a few minutes later. And blank, the verb in brackets is take, the man to hospital. If you put the verbs in the correct form, this is how the paragraph should end up being. One afternoon, I was walking home from school when I heard the horn of a car and a scream. I ran to the corner and I saw that a man was lying on the ground next to a blue car. The car driver was standing next to him while he was phoning for an ambulance. The police arrived. The ambulance got there a few minutes later and took the man to hospital. Exercise 2. Make sentences. I'm going to give you words and phrases. You need to put them together to make a sentence. Number 1. Arab was scientific field the to win full stop Nobel Prize a first Ahmed Hassan Zuwail in the. So the correct sentence here would be Ahmed Hassan Zuwail was the first Arab to win a Nobel Prize in the scientific field. Full stop. Now do the same for the rest of the exercise. Number 2. An Ali full stop helped 2 old man cars before came the cross street the. Number 3. Police was while with a capital letter. Boy talking to the comma robbers the full stop the escaped. Number 4. Hospital tents. To treat. رفيدة. Next to. Soldiers. Set up. Battlefields. Full stop. Injured. Number 5. King. Baybars. Of. Egypt. After. Death. Of. Became. قطز. Full stop. The. The following are the correct forms for these sentences. Number 2. Ali helped the old man cross the street before the cars came. Full stop. Number 3. While the boy was talking to the police, the robbers escaped. Full stop. Number 4. Rufaida set up hospital tents next to battlefields to treat injured soldiers. Full stop. Number 5. Baybars became king of Egypt after the death of Qutuz. Full stop. Exercise 3. Choose the correct answer. Number 1. Blank, Rufaida's work was dangerous. She continued to help the injured soldiers in battles. Would you fill in the blank with although, however, or but? The correct word here would be although. Although Rufaida's work was dangerous, she continued to help the injured soldiers in battles. Number 2. A police officer was investigating the case. Blank, another was writing a report. Do you fill in the blank with when, however, or while? Number 3. Blank, he heard that. The rich man said, I will give you 10,000 pieces of gold for a suit of this cloth. Would you fill in the blank with while, as soon as, or before? Number 4. The rich man loved clothes. Blank, he spent lots of money on them. Would you fill in the blank with and, although, or when? Number 5. The little boy locked the bathroom door. Blank phoned the police. Would you fill in the blank with however, and, or after? Now the correct answers. A police officer was investigating the case when another was writing a report. Number 3. As soon as he heard that, the rich man said, I will give you 10,000 pieces of gold for a suit of this cloth. Number 4. The rich man loved clothes and he spent lots of money on them. Number 5. The little boy locked the bathroom door and phoned